Very good afternoon, everyone. So today we have Mr. Yashwant Chauhan, who is a Chief Human Resource Manager from Gail. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Durga.
So, sir, I will ask you two, three questions. May I?
Sure.
That's good. So, being industry's expert, how do you see the HR industry in next 5 years?
Uh, I think in the next 5 years, as far as HR industry is concerned, it is really going to transform because before the COVID and post the COVID era has a clear demarcation of the entire function emerging as a true strategic function to any business organization for the matter. And I think HR as a function has a larger role to play globally. Because if you look at the real life challenges across the globe, especially from the sustainability perspective, so it's very important to understand that the people function has a clear cut edge in driving that mindset, those behaviors, those values which are really going to be required for the future of work that we are going to talk about. So broadly, how I see it is that the human element of the entire conversation, right? Though I understand that the technology has also a great role to play, which is a great disruption as well, and it is easing out things for many of the organization, including the personalized experiences, optimizing the efficiency and efficacy. But I think the human element will still remain quite relevant, and I think that has been seen even in the difficult of the difficult times, and it has been proven by the function that it is here to lead us into the future of work.
Right, that's
Thank you.
That's it. So, would you like to share your thoughts on current opportunity and challenges in Indian market?
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the Indian context, and if you look at the current uh, global, organization reports like International Labor Organizations, right, which has been recently, published as well, uh, which clearly, had like, focused on some of the challenges, for example, the youth employment, right, or maybe the skilling part, right. So all these are some of the larger challenges, which are there in the Indian market, especially from the HR perspective. That's how I look at it. Uh, these are very important to kind of mitigate, because if the people are not going to be employable, right, or if they are not going to have the knowledge, skills and attitude, or the competencies which are actually required by the organizations, it will be difficult for the organizations not to just maybe hire them, but even for them to further work in the organization. So I think the larger challenge is not just about the individuals, but about the ecosystem that we are building, right. Uh, and that is where I think the industry and the institutions or the academia has a larger role to play. They have to work in collaboration with each other. They have to come out of their comfort zones and create avenues of collaboration so that they understand the requirement of each other, right. So for example, a manufacturing industry is requiring a particular kind of a talent, right. But what are they doing about this talent, right. How are they proactively engaging with different institutions across the country, right, to bridge that gap, right, to jointly fund the technology transfer or the R&D, right. So many avenues are possible, right. So how can the industry and academia learn together to kind of I would say leverage on these skills and competencies of these individuals for the future, right. So I think if that can be done, definitely I think our youth has a greater talent, which can be unlocked and which can truly empower our nation for the future growth and trajectory. That's one part. And the second is about the challenge on account of the diversity and inclusion, and that is something which is really close to my heart. And I believe that in a country where women's are almost more than half of the population, it is very imperative that we understand these challenges not just from the perspective of the gender, but also from the social inclusion perspective. Not many organizations are there currently who can talk about social inclusion, right. So we have to understand that as an organization, if we truly want to unlock the collaboration, innovation, creativity and growth as a whole, right, then we have to have the change in the mindset towards the empowerment of diversity and inclusion champions for the future, right. And hence the empowerment of whether women or youth or communities at large, right, will play a far greater role. And I truly believe that, by including them within the organizations, giving them that space, that psychological safety, that empowerment, I would say a sense of belongingness as a whole, can truly unlock the innovation in its true sense, and can be a game changer for the organization, and not just for the organization but also for the society as a whole. So I think these are my few thoughts on this. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I think it was great, to be a part of this India HR Summit and Awards 2024. Organized by the very capable organizing team. And I look forward to such associations in future also, because to me, it is not just about your role limited to a particular organization. The role of you as an individual is larger, right? And I always look at it thus from that perspective. And it is truly driven by my own passion towards youth leadership development, and the women leadership development, and I would say the inclusion and diversity championing as a whole. So that's what brings me here, and thank you so much. And I think this is what the minimum which we can do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your sharing your thoughts about the challenges in market and what can we do in terms of to change this opportunity and do the more implementations on that. And thank you so much for your kind words about us and about the Cynix. And we are really grateful that you have enjoyed this whole summits. And it was a very wonderful sessions which we learned to know about the industry and what kind of challenges you guys have already faced, and we what kind of changes we can do in the industries. Well, thank you so much, and I wish next time we can see you again with the wonderful discussions of the panels, and we can see you again for more thoughtful industries things. Thank you so much, Mr. Yashwant, for sharing your thoughts. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.